Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I first want to start off and say how sorry I am that I have taken a couple weeks absence. I really shouldn't have done it. It's kind of hard to get back into the swing of things when you take a couple weeks off, whether it's your diet, work, YouTube, whatever it is. So for that, I apologize. I'm definitely one of my biggest goals in 2020 is being more consistent. And I had been for quite a few months up to the holidays, but I don't know what happened, man. I got boggled down with a whole bunch of stuff. So I am back to it. I'm back making videos. I'm excited. I have some new content and new ideas that I want to bring to you guys. And one of the things that caught my eye, and I've been looking on the web to find out if they're discontinuing this, is something I've never tried from Physicians Formula. I don't know why. I think I always stayed away from this particular foundation. I think I thought it was probably not good for my skin because I'm on the oily side. But this was 50% off at CVS and also at my local Ulta. And then I looked online today on Physicians Formula's website and it's also 50% off. So it's $6.99 on their website. This is the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation Brightening Complex, and it says that it's for all skin types. What I love about this foundation is that it's 50% off. So that's really why I tried it, if I'm being honest. However, there are some things that I want to share with you about the foundation, and I'll kind of, fast forward to a video later of me applying this entire makeup look, and I'll tell you the other items that I used. But let me tell you a little bit about this particular foundation. This foundation is vegan, paraben, gluten, and cruelty free. So if that is something that really matters to you, if those are things that really strike your interest and it's important for your skin to have those things present in a company that you work with, then I think that this would be a great drugstore foundation to try. It does say that it's fragrance free, and I will tell you it is not fragrance free. It has a similar smell to, it smells like paint thinner, and one of the other foundations from the drugstore that also smells like this is the Photo Focus from Wet n Wild, which is also another love of mine. I totally love that foundation. I haven't worn it lately just because I'm really trying to focus on trying new things that I haven't tried so that I can give you my honest opinion on them. But this one definitely smells like paint thinner, for sure. For me, it dissipates really quickly. Once I put it on my skin, I don't smell it again. But forewarned, if scent is a big thing for you, this has a scent, even though they say it's fragrance free. A couple of the other things that I love about this foundation is it comes in 3 shades. And, not 3 shades. It comes in warm tones, neutral tones, and cool tones. And I think that that's awesome. I think it makes it easier for people to find out which foundation to use. A lot of us know what our undertones are. A lot of people who are cool can use neutral. A lot of people who are warm can also use neutral. So I love that. What I don't like is that there's not a lot of selection when I went to CVS or to Ulta in terms of the colors. They had like 6, that was it. But I did find a shade that works for me. It's a little light for me, slightly light for me. I am definitely on the cool side when it comes to foundation colors. I can rock a neutral if it works for me. This is a neutral. I could probably go 1 shade up or maybe mix the 2. The shade I picked up was LN3, which is great. So it's light, neutral, and the 3rd in the set of those colors. So I love that, and that's on all of the little bottles here. And this is a nice glass bottle. It comes in 1 fluid ounce. So those are things that I loved about it. It does have SPF of 20 inside of the foundation, but if you've been on my channel before, you know I'm going to tell you and recommend that you use an SPF and a moisturizer before you use your foundation. So it's great that it has that. I will do a test flashback photo and see if I get a flashback on it. This is not a first impressions because I have been wearing this foundation and I keep reaching for it, which means it's working for me. One of the other things and the reasons why I was afraid to try this foundation is because it has what's called a satin finish. Well, I'm oily, so satin can go one of 2 ways. So it's winter right now, so I'm going outside the box and trying things that I maybe normally wouldn't try when it's super like 95 degrees here in Florida. So I wanted to give this one a shot. Today I used a different primer, and the reason why I did that was it's my tried and true. It's the Benefit Professional, and I feel like if a foundation is going to work for me, it's going to work with that primer, and I am a huge primer girl, so I wanted to give it a really fair shot. I have been using it with my Rodan & Fields Recharge Sunblock and Blurring Primer combo, and that is also a new love of mine, and I'll talk about that in another video because it's amazing, and I think everybody should try it, just because it's a 2-in-1 and it'll save you money. But I wanted to give this a go, put this on my face and wear it for a solid, gosh, at least 6 hours and just see if I get oily. Every other day I've worn this foundation, I get, I don't want to say it's dewy, or I don't want to say oily, maybe luminous is a better word. So I'll notice that like in my forehead, specifically like right here, it gets like, you know, shiny. It's not oily though. It's hard to explain. So those were my concerns about it, but I really, really like how it wears. You can definitely build it up. It says that it's medium coverage. I would say it's on the lighter side of medium, but you can put another layer on. I like the finish of it. It doesn't feel tacky to me. I feel like it goes on really well. I've been setting it just in my T-zone, trying not to put too much powder and things on top of it, but those are the things that I've been loving about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into showing you the video of what I used today to get this look. And by the way, everything, I'm looking in my bag of goodies here, everything but 2 items is from the drugstore. Everything except for my Professional primer, and then the Bye Bye Pores It Cosmetics powder that I used just underneath my eyes. So everything else is from the drugstore, and these are things that I keep reaching for. These are things that are working for me, have worked for me, and oh no, I'm sorry, there's one more. I got a really good gift at Ulta with the Professional primer. It had mascara, and it also had their Benefit Brow, oh gosh, what the heck is it called? The Benefit Gimme Brow. So I got this in a trial size, and I've actually had this in a lighter color. I think I got it in an Ipsy bag, but it was a little too light. I actually really like this. This is number 3. So, I mean, you know, I like it. I like my brows to be a little darker. I mean, I'm not obviously a natural blonde, so let's just get into the video. Okay, so we are starting with my favorite primer, the Professional by Benefit. We're just going to put a pea-size amount, and that is going to go all over our face, but primarily in my T-zone where I have large pores, which is going to be on my chin, my nose, oh gosh, really just the T-zone, but a little further out on my cheeks too, because I definitely have some enlarged pores there as well. So I'm just making sure that that's rubbed in nicely and smoothed out, so we have a nice smooth canvas to begin. And then I'm going in with the Physicians Formula foundation. Again, I am in the color LN3, though truthfully, I think I could probably go to LN4 as well. And all of the codes are on the top of the bottle, so it doesn't show very well in this video. It does smell a little bit. So it, like I said in the beginning, it has that smell to it. I'm really just going to be doing 1 layer of foundation on my entire face. You can definitely, like I said, do 2 layers to build this up. It does say that it's a medium coverage, though I find it's more to a sheer medium. But it's a beautiful coverage. So that's about how much I put on my face. And then I'm going to use my e.l.f. Beauty Sponge, and I'm just going to tap that into the skin all over and get it down a little bit on my neck. Really just kind of push it into the skin, make it meld with everything. So this is one coat. And you can kind of see how the skin is looking. It's definitely dewy. I don't have my concealer on, but we are going in with that next. So obviously I'm using my favorite concealer, which is the Tarte Shape Tape. It looks a little funky at the end, at the top there, because, well, it's been well loved. I am in the shade Light currently because it is the winter time. So I just put this a little bit on my eyelids to use as a primer as well. You don't have to do that. You can use an eyelid primer. You don't have to use an eyelid primer. It just works for me. So I'm just going to blend this in, make it seamless with the foundation, and it definitely works well with this foundation. Sometimes your concealers don't work as well with specific foundations, but that's not the case with this one. I found that it blended beautifully. Next, I'm going in with the Bye Bye Pores It Cosmetics powder underneath my eyes to set my concealer so it doesn't get into my lovely fine lines. Moving on to brows, I am using the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Pomade in the color Soft Brown, which is 374. And you'll see I kind of do something different with my eyebrows. I brush all of the hairs up and then I literally brush them down, and I use, because I have fairly good eyebrows to start with, I use the outline of my brows to kind of fill in from the bottom down, if that makes any sense. So you'll see what I mean in the video. Next, we're going in with bronzer, and I'm just using my NYX bronzer that I love because it's matte. So we're just gonna kind of bronze up the face a little bit, bring some life back into it. Next, I'm gonna be using the L'Oreal Enchanted palette, and I think I did this in a full face of L'Oreal video that I did recently, but I am really digging this palette. I mean, the quality is so good. It definitely kicks up some dust when you're using it, but everything blends so nicely together, and I've literally been wearing this palette every day. All of the shades in this palette literally show up so well, and I am using number 6 right now on my eyelids, and then I'm going to go back in with number 3 to kind of put in the inner corner and then draw that down on the lower lash line a little bit. Next, I'm using my Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Highlighter, but I use this on the inner rim of my eye, and it just brightens everything up, which I love. And then next, we are moving on to blushes, and I picked this blush up because, again, the sale they were having. It's the Butter Blush by Physicians Formula, and it is in Vintage Rouge, and it smells so yummy. Next, we have one of my ultimate favorite highlighters at the drugstore, and to be very honest with you, this really marvels any high-end one. It is the Master Chrome by Maybelline metallic highlighter in the shade Rose Gold, my favorite. Y'all may get tired of me saying this, but I'm telling you, this Lash Paradise mascara is amazing. So I curl my lashes first, and then I apply Lash Paradise. Last but not least is my Benefit Gimme Brow product, or gel, I guess you want to say. It's the number 3. I just put this in to set everything up and fill in any blanks that I may have missed with the with the Maybelline Tattoo Studio. Next is my favorite lipstick of the moment, which is the Revlon Ultra HD Vinyl Lip Polish. And this is their Bear With Me color. It's the nude color, and I feel like it goes perfectly with this look. And last but not least is my L'Oreal Infallible Makeup Setting Spray. And I'm a little heavy-handed. And this is the finished look. Okay, as promised, I'm back with my final check-in of the night. It is 10:13, so I've had the makeup on for almost 8 hours. It's just a little shy of 8 hours. So I can tell you, obviously you can kind of see around my nose, I've rubbed off some of the foundation. I literally have not applied anything else. I haven't put on any powder. I've done nothing. It's a little bit luminous. It's better than it was yesterday when I just used the Rodan & Fields Recharge blurring primer. So this was with the Professional. So I think that the shine is a little bit down. It rubbed off a little bit on my chin, but not bad. I mean, it's not bad. I think everything else, it's really held up really well. So I'm pretty happy with this. I definitely use this foundation again. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna go back to the store tomorrow and get the second shade up because it's half off right now, so it's kind of a no-brainer. So for me, this is definitely a win for a drugstore foundation. It's not my all-time favorite just because there's a couple of little flaws and I have to rock and roll with things a little bit more than I would, you know, my favorite, but this is a really good foundation, guys. I like the fact that it's a little luminous. I like that, you know, it has like a more natural skin look to it. That makes sense. So I will definitely be wearing this again, and I definitely recommend you guys checking this out. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you will be notified of any new videos that I upload. And please don't forget to like the video because that always helps me as well. And if you have any comments or questions or suggestions, please don't forget to leave that in the comments below because I definitely do take a look at those. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.